The Flogcast may occasionally contain explicit content that makes it not safe for work or for minors. It also doesn't provide an excuse to use the same words on Bay 13. Normal big footy rules still apply.
This is the Flogcast for round 21, I think. And joining us tonight is Morgan Ashley. Also joining us is Brain Power.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Also joining us is Dan.
Yep, hello.
And last but not least, we have Maximum Gornage.
G'day.
And well, we'll start as always with our customary goo or tears, where without teach, this will go smoothly. Who wants to go first?
Can I have goo that's totally unrelated to football?
Yes.
Actually, no, it's not goo, it's tears. Sorry. This is something that's been accumulating for a while now. Are you guys... I'm surely you guys are
It's
familiar...
not about the trains, is it?
No, it's not about the trains. No. You guys are familiar with the touchscreen self-serve aisles at your local Woolies and Coles, right?
Yep.
Every time I touch one of those things with my index finger, I get a jolt. Like, I get a little, electrocution to my finger, and it drives me nuts. Every time I use it now, I'm, hesitant, like a little mouse trying to get the cheese out of the trap. I'm, really reluctant to touch the screen, and it's been going on for, 2 months now. I feel like I could sue.
You're a wizard, Dan.
You're a wizard, Dan.
I'm a what?
Do any of you guys get that that little jolt when you touch the screen?
You only get to touch the screen. You only have to touch the screen if you're paying.
Yeah, I've never had that.
Or if you're putting fruit and veg through, which personally I love doing because I always grab a big bag of limes and just put it through as potatoes.
But even to
save myself about $20 a kilo.
You do love the meat and 2 veg, don't you, Colonel?
But when you have to start, you have to press the start button on the screen.
Don't. Just scan and it start.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps the ones in my area haven't been updated yet, because every time I have to use it, I have to press the start button on the screen. Then I can start scanning away. Anyways, that was my tears. Getting electrocuted at my local supermarket.
Well, my tears aren't that dramatic, I guess. I was going to have tears for James Magnuson, the worst missile there's ever been. I can't remember a missile ever being so pathetic.
Cruise missile?
No.
Maybe.
Touche.
Dang.
Touche. Alright, you got me. He's the second worst missile I've ever seen. But seriously, if I have to hear about him being the missile again, I'm going to puke. Because he's shit.
Can you swim?
Yes, I went swimming today.
No, but can you actually swim?
Well, I didn't go, dog paddling today. It's not like I went frolicking in the water for fun. Yes, I swim.
Where are you going with this, Dan?
Oh, I was just wondering if you could swim, that's all.
What, can you play footy? We still criticise them.
I could play footy, yeah, of course. I'm terrible.
I can criticise a swimmer if I can't swim.
Yeah, I'm not on the Magnuson bandwagon.
Well,
I mean, he copped a lot of crap 4 years ago when he did all them ads and he buggered it up in the pool.
I don't get this
but Dan,
idea that you need...
Yes, he cost us the relay today.
Oh, I haven't been watching much of the Olympics, so...
Well, I'm sorry for the spoiler alert, but he's a cockhead and he's not very good at swimming.
Yep. Anything else on that?
Well, I was just going to say, you don't need to be qualified to, make a comment that someone's shit or not. You don't need to be a Michelin star chef to say that something tastes like dog shit if it, hasn't been cooked properly.
I might not be Donna Hay, but I can tell the cook...
That's not what I was alluding to, by the way. I wasn't saying she couldn't criticise him. I was just wondering if she could swim, seeing as you were talking about a swimmer.
Anyone else got goo or tears?
That went weird.
Make sure you qualified. if you have
Yeah,
tears.
make sure you're qualified. If you're going to talk about tears, make sure you've cried at least once in your life.
Well, seeing
Oh,
as
I've
I'm
got
not
goo.
Oh, does that mean I can't have goo because I've never gooed?
Oh,
well, I think I'm overqualified on the
just have your dig
subject
at
of
you,
goo.
Paul,
I'll go penal.
So I'll go for the game doesn't matter, result doesn't matter, so no use getting teary, and let's instead take a moment to bask in the joy and awesomeness that is Cyril Rioli, because it was 22 Melbourne players against Cyril, and Cyril almost won single-handedly, and the AFL coaches should hang their head in shame because they got it really wrong last week. They said he was the second best player in the AFL. Got it wrong. Clearly number one, as was seen on the weekend. Unfortunately, no one else wanted to go with him. He just couldn't carry everyone with him. So, but Cyril is amazing. That's all, and not suspended, which is quite right. So, a little bit of goo for the MRP for getting it right again.
I'm sorry. Yeah, on behalf of the Demon fans, I'm sorry for the racist fans booing him.
Shame.
Are you qualified to be sorry though?
have you ever been really sorry in your life before?
No.
Well, then you should shut up then.
I've got goo. I've got Mac Horton goo. I mean, we fancy ourselves as good trolls generating melts, but when you get half of China melting, you've done a bang good job at making someone melt.
Well, you've got him going to the IOC to get you to retract your comments. Well, I think he deserves the nomination itself. Well done, Mac. And the glasses are great. I love them.
So yeah, suck shit China if for some reason you're listening to this because you like Port Adelaide. Your football team is shit and so is your swimmers.
Well, there goes a billion bloody listeners that listen to the podcast every week.
We'll be banned.
We might be hit by
In
actual
China.
styles now. No.
The only fans we've got in China are the really dedicated ones because they have to go through VPN and tunnels and shit because YouTube's blocked, SoundCloud's blocked, Big Footy, I don't know, probably blocked.
If Susie Olsen has anything to do with it,
That could be where teachers, maybe teachers in Shanghai are trying to iron everything out. In which case, God help us
Yeah.
all.
teach China smooth relations between Big Footy and China. I wonder what that would be like.
You'd probably try and seduce a MILF and fail.
Should we just declare war now then?
You might as well.
Yeah, they're taking Teach hostage. What are we going to give up to get him back?
Nothing. It sucks.
Oh, that sucks.
It sucks
Sorry,
for
Teach.
them.
We can trade them like someone else in exchange.
Smasher.
Fire boys.
Want to Boyd.
Grey day.
Grey Day. You can have Grey Day and his couch.
He'd probably volunteer. Go over to meet the Asian ladies.
You can have Koshi. How about that? Koshi for Teach.
Oh, nice. Let's call Titus.
Maybe the entire Channel 7 commentary team and Bindi Elwin, maybe.
Oh, big tit Bindi. Jesus.
What'd she ever do to you?
I don't know. I don't know why I said that.
And how goes, isn't she like 10? No. She's not.
No.
She was 10, yeah, once.
Everyone was 10 once.
We were all 10 once.
Except
Not-
you, you're still 10.
I don't know how to
Not Northern Lights.
I don't know how to explain to you how people age.
Wasn't she like 12 like last week?
Well, how could she be 12 if she was 10?
No, but, well, Bindi Irwin is like someone... isn't she... I haven't actually... Someone said she was really hot now. Is that right or something? Or...
She's turned 18, so it's okay to say what you want.
She's got
I just looked up a photo. And she's got weird face, but yeah.
Looks like Steve Elwin with a wig.
and big boobs.
Well, that helps.
No, I was well. Basically, even if she was hot, you'd still feel guilty, sort of thinking about her in that way, because you know, your memory of her is as a young child, bit like Emma Watson.
She's older than me, so also good for me.
I'd be thinking about stingrays if I was ever that close.
Savage.
Some barbs on it.
It's kind of like Nikki Webster. You know how the little girl that did the Olympics in was it 2000? The Sydney
Yeah.
Olympics.
Strawberry kisses.
Yeah, Strawberry Kisses. Like she was like 10 for like 20 years.
And then suddenly,
It hasn't even been 20 years since. It's only been like 16 years.
well, now she's nearly 30.
Well, I just looked up a
No.
photo and she looks like an ice addict. Jesus. Like, she must have let all that fame get to her head or something and just started going down the wrong track. Like, isn't that meant to be really common with people who are child stars? That all of them end up, like, spaced out on drugs and their career's over. I think Jodie Foster's the only one that's actually come out of it the other side.
Robert Downey Jr., maybe?
Have you looked at Macaulay Culkin lately?
He looks like a really dodgy steeplechimney.
Excuse. I mean, if you're going to get bummed by Michael Jackson, you're going to be fucked up. Then again, you got to be with Mila Kunis for a while, so that sort of compensates the trauma. Sorry. He still looks messed up though. Anyways, what are we even talking about?
No, well,
This is supposed to go smoothly without tears.
Gornage, your goo or
My
tears?
goo. Oh, I have goo. Prize goo for Todd Viney's goo.
I'm not surprised.
Well, a wad of goo that he shot 23 years ago
Oh,
and made Jack.
So we have goo for goo.
It's the best kind of goo.
I wonder if there's a videotape of it.
he sure did hit the target.
Oh, I'd watch it.
I mean, you got luck.
Inception, now
Thanks.
on Blu-ray and DVD.
The Conception. There probably is a movie called that.
I did-
Joe Drafts have got it on there.
The Conception Corporation. That's a play.
And yeah, so there was 300 games for the Vineys this week, and Jack was just on fire.
Yeah, he
so
played
once
pretty well.
Once he fixes up his disposal, he'll be an elite player.
I'm not buying the whole
Okay.
Jack Watts. Are you talking about Viney or Jack?
Viney.
Viney, sorry. Yeah, Viney's a star. Jack Watts, I'm not sold on yet.
I like Jack Watts a lot better when he was worse than Tambling. Now it's not funny when he's
Well,
actually good and playing well against your team.
Surely the 2 months of purple patch form doesn't eradicate years of mediocrity and looking like a deer in the headlights.
Well, I'd say no, it doesn't. I'd say it elevates him from being worst number 1 pick of all time to Josh Fraser status.
So he's past Drew Banfield and Josh Fraser, basically.
I would say so.
He's still got a way to go for that to be called a win. But he's on the right track.
Broken a nail. No, that's Sean Rusley. Fuck yourself. You're so nasty. You're not coming next Monday night. You're not nice.
What's next Monday night?
Oh, we Flogcast. You're not coming. You stay home.
Do your Pokemon research.
Yeah, teach me how to Pokemon.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's
Then
why.
learn, and then you can teach.
You could find Suze and you could really Pokemon, I can tell you.
Well, we'll move on to the games, and well, start on Friday night. Richmond
Oh,
face
God.
Collingwood.
Thank you, Collingwood. You've given Damien Hardwick an extra 4 weeks of coaching. You could have ended this man's coaching career, and you
We're
fluffed
good
it.
blokes.
But-
We're
But
really
in
good
result,
blokes.
more lulls for the rest of us.
Oh well, look at us doing the Bayer solid, making sure he's got a job.
Yeah, looking in the look at the way the players got around him in the rooms after the game. They really seem to love him.
So over the top.
Oh, it was honestly like they'd won a final, which is funny because they didn't clearly because they're Richmond. But the way they celebrated, I understand they had a bad couple of weeks and they copped a bit, but Jesus Christ, you beat 12. Fuck up.
Well, you're everyone's grand final.
They're their own grand final. But like after the game, NL and I went for a walk to try and find the KFC boy for a lull. And we found the dickheads behind the goals chanting. And they were singing the theme song and chanting about Justin Martin for probably a solid 20 minutes after the game. They were still chanting. And I was like, this is why you have the problems that you do, like amongst supporters. Because you're fucking deranged. Like, this win means nothing. It just papers over the cracks. You're fucking stupid.
But it's all they know. They haven't.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you there, and just because I want to see more of that for more
Oh,
singing, chants, and shit like that. I think our crowds are too lame a lot of the time.
No, I like a good mid-game chant, but 20 minutes after a game in round fucking 20 when you're not making the finals, you got flogged the last 2 weeks, you've been absolute poo. Like,
I know. You're
To
right.
in some fairness,
they don't
I
have
think-
anything else going for them.
I think
but
that
Just
Richmond
enjoy
Cheers,
it. Let them enjoy it.
they do that after every win. They always hang around in that area and they sing songs.
they're
Yeah.
fucking idiots. They're idiots.
Well, they're cheer squad members. I mean, do you
Yeah.
expect?
So you didn't find the KFC boy, did you?
No, because I stood there for about 5 minutes and I was like, I can't do this. I can't stand here anymore. You people are stupid. And I left. Catch Pokemon on the walk back to the car.
Oh, anything else in this game?
No, fucking jump. I got there late because I finished work at 8, so I missed us being good for the fucking 10 minutes we were good. And all I see was jump.
At least you got to see your sponsored player play well for once.
Rocking the long sleeves.
Yeah, he looks quite good in the long sleeves. But now I've been instructed by someone on the Collingwood board that I should give up my ticket to the Copeland Trophy because I wasn't supportive of James Ash to start with. Well, Beej, go and fuck yourself. I'm not giving it up.
Yes.
Would you give it up for the right price?
Oh, yeah, everyone has their price.
She can't give it up. She has an important message she has to deliver to Scott Pendlebury.
Got Embleberry.
We'll go on to the next game, and, well, Sydney decided to give Port the old once-over, and anyone really want to talk about this?
Nope.
Lol, Port.
Oh, Porter shit.
That's pretty much all we can say. And we'll leave this.
Next bit,
We'll leave the game that we're going to talk about next. We'll leave that last because it's actually worth talking about. Gold Coast versus GWS. It was close, but I don't think anyone watched it.
You are correct.
No.
I did not watch this game.
I would be interested to see what the ratings were for this game. How many people would have watched it? I
Two.
think maybe 8.
2.
There would have been more watching of this game through various replays in the coming week than watched it live. That's my opinion.
No,
Yeah, people would have seen the score and been like, oh yeah, it was a close game, probably good. Let's have a look.
no, I don't care how close the scores are now that I look back on it. I ain't going to watch it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just nothing real talking about. Cameron kicked 4, Lynch kicked 4. There's a high point in mediocrity.
It's just that those two are those clubs.
Oh, shut up, you
They're being
fucking
wasted.
sook. Shush, shush, shush.
Imagine Cameron at a Melbourne.
Oh, shut up. It's not the fucking VFL. Deal with it.
But no one knows they're even playing.
Oh, please be quiet.
May as well be in the...
Oh, I'm begging you to shut up.
Hey, he's right though.
Thank you.
Oh,
What a waste.
I'm going to bed. You do it.
The talent pool is too thin,
Like,
and that's how every second game is a pile of shit. Meanwhile, you've got fucking great players like Caniglio and Shield and Cameron and that playing in front of 1,500 people each week, if that.
We'll go on to the next game. Western Bulldogs beating North in what can be described as a shitfest so big I watched the opening ceremony.
I went early last week when I canned basically the whole round of games. This was, by far, I'm trying to think of a substance worse than shit. Do you want to know who the highest goal scorer was? It was 16 fucking players. They all kicked 1 goal. It was dreadful.
It was really fucking crap.
Yep, it was terrible.
Yeah.
If I could describe it, I mean, the Norwegians had shitter outfits in this game.
Oh, what a... Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's
bad.
roughly even, I'd say.
Apparently Mad Jack was as oiled up as the Tongan flag bearer.
I mean,
Well, when you're as chiseled as he is, I mean, you would be oiled up. I would be.
I was oiled up.
the other thing I can see is that there was a lot of shit fighting between Dogs fans and North fans for Rito and Pendlebury, which was just hilarious. I'm a Rito and Bond. Why the fuck would I say Pendlebury?
I don't know, because I got involved at the start.
Probably.
Oh, but that was just my North love coming out. They're idiots, those Bulldog supporters. Fucking idiots.
I mean, some of them were having a whinge that Bond was getting hit up by North players. I mean, fuck, it's league footy. Who gives a shit?
Oh, it's alright. Wrap him in cotton wool so he gets to 250 fucking bland ass games of nothing. Him and Scott West fucking compare careers in 15 years about how they both won jack shit.
I mean, probably a bad thing for North is Ben Brown going down injured, which, I mean, he's been pretty good for the last...
He's been our best forward all year.
Yeah.
So,
I'll probably say more than 18 months, or last,
yeah,
20 or
getting
so.
back on the side. Yeah, North are getting to the stage now where I just don't think I can tip their games anymore.
Most of us got to that stage about 4 years ago.
You're all funny, Penal. We'll discuss your game soon.
Oh, you've always been unpredictable under
Scott.
Buckets
No,
and Brad.
well, I'm more alluding to the scoring. We're tenants of a stadium that has no weather, and we're kicking woefully low Fremantle-esque scores, and it's unacceptable.
Yeah, but
win or lose.
Yeah, but North usually score well though. It's just probably an ugly few weeks for them. I mean, injuries have probably harmed North quite a lot, and you do have some players coming back as well.
There were 16 players that kicked one goal. They were all the highest goal scorers for the game.
Yeah, shit happens some weeks.
Was Tom Boyd one of them?
No, he was not. He only got 4 touches, I think. Yeah.
He probably made 20 grand for each touch.
So in a game where there were 16 highest goal scorers, Tom Boyd couldn't even match him.
No.
Yep.
Well, it looks like even if Jack Watts comes good, at least we have another punching bag in Tom Boyd to kind of fall back on.
Except unlike Jack, he'd punch you back.
He'd fucking glass you when you're not looking.
Anything else in this game?
No, I'd just like to tell Teach to go fuck himself for saying it would be the game of the round when it was never going to be.
It was the worst game of the year.
Yep. It was their first encounter this year. It was poor.
Hey North, thanks for giving us pick 15 for Jed Anderson.
You have to call
What
it
is
pick 15 because you don't know who it is, or...
What's the relevance of Jed Anderson?
He was pretty shit, and the North board was in full meltdown over the fact that you guys traded pick 15 for him.
Well, that's been viewed as more of a long-term investment. I mean, he's 4 or 5 weeks back from injury, have been pretty lean, but I wouldn't say it's a bust yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say it would. I'd say it is.
Oh, is that... How many games has pick 15 played?
Oh, grand total is 0, but don't
Well,
worry, he'll get there.
Until he plays one game that's been better than Jed Anderson's shit games, then no, you haven't won jack shit. Shut up.
No, because
We're
you've
actually
got a net
ahead.
negative out of that
We're
trade.
ahead.
No, you've got
We're
a
ahead
player
of
who's put in
15.
some shit games.
We're ahead.
He's played
We're
4
plus
games.
minus
he's
0. We're plus minus 0. You guys are in the red.
No.
No, that's not how we see it. We're ahead. Sorry,
They're,
Penal.
us at North Melbourne, we're ahead.
Come back when fucking pick 15 is better than that.
You can't
fight.
even name him, can you?
Ryan Burton.
Ryan Burton.
The reason he hasn't played is because he broke his leg as a kid.
Oh,
He
yeah.
would have been pick 1 if not for that.
Oh,
So
of course.
he's to us.
Just like one of your other calls when Liam Shields was supposed to win the Brownlow this year.
Well, I can't predict.
Can't get
when
everything.
Can't predict when injuries will strike, can I?
Of course,
Well,
yeah.
Well, you could predict then that Spider Burton's brother would be shit if he's already had fucking broken limbs. Great pick up, Hawthorn, you fuckers.
We'll come back to that one in 12 months. I've got a feeling
Yeah, I think,
you're looking very stupid.
not really, because we'll come back to that one in 12 months when Jed Anderson's played 20 games for North and fucking Ryan Burton's doing ice with garlic. Fuckwit.
So did he end up getting rubbed out, Anderson?
No, I think he got off, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think he got a fine.
Oh, he got off. That's great for North. We get to play again next week just to increase
The lead.
his lead in front of Spider Burton's long-lost brother.
Well, it'll probably get dropped anyway because he's that much of a shit truck.
I don't know if you've seen North's injury list. I don't think he's going to get dropped.
Anyway, moving on to the next game. Adelaide gave Brisbane an almighty spanking.
Oh, see you later, Justin Leppage. You are done.
Like, Paddles, you big sook.
Done. Who's going to coach Brisbane Lions next year?
Paddles.
He'll give them a rousing song to get them going.
Yeah, he'll do an Alison Clarkson and sing to him.
I mean, things from this game, Eddie Betts kicked 4. He's probably been better at Adelaide than he's ever been at Carlton.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah. Tex Walker played well. Rory Sloane decided to just bring the feel-good lounge into Brisbane and just wreck them. Could win a Brownlow.
Oh, wouldn't that be funny if Sloane won the Brownlow? Oh, wouldn't the Geelong supporters crap the shits? Danger.
I would want to see that.
I would love to see that. Like Rory beating fucking suit surfing fuckwit Paddy.
It's not gonna
Apparently,
happen, no.
fucking Lepic used a post-match presser to like lay into the AFL about all the disadvantages that Brisbane apparently have.
Yeah, he's saying like, AFL hasn't given him any help or anything like that.
Really? And it's like you pick the week after a 23-goal loss to raise this.
Right.
Seems like he's just trying to save his job there.
How come he didn't say that the week before when they won?
Because he's desperate.
Because it was Essendon.
He's on his last dollar on the Monopoly board.
Oh, wow.
I have a feeling that it's just going to end up where like they have to fucking sack Lepic, pay him out at the end of the year, and no one's going to want to coach them because they're that much of a basket case, and they're going to have to fucking end up getting Lee Matthews in again, or Michael Voss.
Or maybe they could like give Ruzi another $4 million contract and pay for it at the AFL. Imagine the basket case. Sorry, Jack.
Oh, Tom Rockcliffe, captain coach.
Maybe you could get Dame Beams' dad to coach.
Just imagine the headlines, like you'd have on the Monday, Tom Rockcliffe announces captain coach. On the Tuesday, 15 Brisbane players request trade.
Even Brian the inflatable lion would request a trade.
Well, I've already had Cabana's couch request a trade, so I can go along with the rest of the furniture.
Cabana's couch, sit down, I need somewhere to sleep now that Suze knows where I live.
But it's not all doom and gloom at Brisbane. At least they re-signed Lewis Taylor for like $500,000 a year.
Well, hopefully Alan Christensen's been sowing his seed with his girlfriend or something. At least you get something from it.
Think of all the father-sons in 20 years.
They've got to still be alive then, though. That's the issue.
And they've got to be good. Anyway, we'll move on to the next game, and we have, well, St Kilda gave Carlton a good smashing, and all I can say is that fucking Jade Gresham and Blake Acres played very well.
Jade Gresham saved me from losing my important Supercoach league this week, so I owe Jade Gresham plenty. Thank you very much for having a good game.
I mean, Carlton were just shit.
I didn't watch this game.
That's like we've been missing a good Carlton smashing this year. Like something that's been sorely lacking because they almost beat West Coast, they almost beat Sydney, almost beat us, and then finally they get a spanking. It's like back to the good old days of Malthouse.
Yeah, but I like the almost because then that's what builds the hope, and then you go whack. So you build them up, and you build them up, and you have them thinking they're getting somewhere, and then you fucking crush them. Nothing I like to hear more than Carlton getting smashed.
I mean, it should have been 100 points. I mean, we let the foot off, and geez, I've never seen Carlton fans turn on so much of their players. I mean, they were calling Daisy Thomas pretty much useless cunt.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Their hope was up because they put in good performances against top 8 teams, and then they thought they were going to win this one. Like they thought they would just have to turn up and win it, the supporters, and that's why they got all so feral about it.
To be fair to them, he has been quite a useless cunt since he's been there. So
I'll put it to you this way: Nick Rewell did more running in the midfield than Carlton's midfield.
Where was Fat Prick Chips?
He was playing VFL, coming back. Need to save him.
No, Patrick Cripps.
Oh, don't know. He played well, but
Prick Chips.
One man can't carry an entire team.
Oh, tell that to Geelong.
But yeah, good win by St Kilda.
Yeah, and I think once again, Kilda's showing that they celebrate other players' achievements better than anybody else in the way that they handled Andrew Walker and his last game or whatever, and with their Guard of Honour. Andrew Walker's probably not a player that deserves a Guard of Honour, but it was very nice.
Andrew Walker got a Guard of Honour?
Yeah, by the St Kilda players.
Oh, they're just handing those things out like they're lolly bags now.
Well, I feel for Walker because he was robbed of Mark of the Year, so that's the least they could do for him.
Oh yeah, but it was a good story.
Yeah, but we didn't have Carlisle there to cheer him back off again.
Maybe if Andrew Walker went to jail and came back, then he would have won Mark of the Year, but he didn't. So
what are we coming to now? So you just have to be an average footballer now, and you get a Guard of Honour when you're finished.
Only if you finish against St Kilda.
Just you want to have a last game just against St Kilda. I mean,
yeah. If you're playing a milestone, hope it's against St Kilda, and you can make it on 2 banners.
We're just spreading the love around.
Yeah, well, I think that St Kilda are doing a really good job at changing their image and at trying to break the culture of cuntiness that has surrounded them for years.
Well, yeah, they're almost trying too hard, and it's like, well, if we're really, really, really nice, then maybe people will respect us again.
It's Maverick Queller. Maverick Queller's like, well, you should do this because he's such a loving person. He meditates and all that.
Yeah, but the thing, anyone can cook me. The thing is that respect isn't something that stems from being nice. It stems from being successful and standing for something. Like, if you're just like being soft, weak pushovers, that's not going to get you respect. It's going to get you pity.
One flag, 27 spoons. That's what gets you respect.
We've been too respectful. Just, like, walk a good player, but...
You need to find a happy medium between, like, no means no and what you're doing right now.
I mean, giving it to Boomer, that's okay. 427, good for it.
Yeah,
Walker,
you break
not
the
so
game's
good.
record, that's okay.
Yeah, but putting Drew Petrie on your banner is too much.
Well, our banner's usually shit, so, not creative people, our cheer squad members.
Maybe you could steal the Bulldogs. That's what we should do. Someone just steal the Bulldogs banner the week after.
I know we gave the Bulldogs like a good banter return about something about Pokemon and a pound. It's pretty funny.
No, that was a good one. That was good. I love when somebody fights back with them.
And we'll move on to the next game, which was, Geelong beat Essendon, who were...
You know what the funny thing about this game? The AFL ladder decided to troll Geelong despite the fact that they won by 11 goals. They went down the ladder.
Yeah,
I don't know how that happened.
Adelaide showed him how to do it. Adelaide were like, we'll win by 23 goals, and then they leapfrogged Geelong in the process, because they could only win by 11.
It's still, if you're a Geelong supporter, you would feel a bit hard done by, I reckon. It's like, how do you win by 11 goals and go down the ladder?
Shit happens.
Should have been better.
I mean, Geelong's percentage is down to their own fault.
They weren't very good, though.
Yeah,
this was an absolute shit fest of a game.
Yeah, I don't think I watched any of the Sunday games.
I didn't watch it, but it was probably even worse than
Did
North
Dangerfield do anything?
No, it was crap.
Yeah.
How many times did he touch it?
29 times.
Votes.
He'll probably still get 3 Brownlow votes, yeah.
Votes. That's just the way he is.
But he was actually crap, like to the point where Virginia Park sent me a text message saying that he was crap.
If he touches it 25 times or more, he's more likely to get a vote or more.
And Breeze Stanley didn't kick 5 goals. Surprise, surprise, Geelong fans.
Oh, you mean that he's not consistent? Fuck a duck. Not Selwood.
Let's see, Geelong's new player, the Sam Mongolia, played well.
Sam Ninja Cockle or whatever.
Yeah. But TG's not here, so we don't need to talk about this game.
Yeah, he spelled the name wrong. Wrote it, so...
Mangina.
Mangina.
Sam Gola.
Speaking of Manginas, Fremantle lost to West Coast. And, 3-0 was shit. Kennedy decided to bring some skis. Nearly outscored Carlton on his own.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, couldn't care less.
Sorry, Jose, your team is shit.
I'm not sorry, your team is shit.
Yeah, I'm not sorry, you hairy eyebrowed midget. Fremantle is shit, and so are you as a big footy poster. You're never coming back on the Flogcast again, as long as I'm here. You're going to have to go rogue and form your own podcast. It'll just be you, Jose.
And Tazhawk 16.
Yeah.
And Hall Monitor.
He'll invite himself on and put a mustache on and pretend to be in character as Tazhawk.
Moving on to the game of the round, undisputedly, and probably the best game for quite a while.
To the Demon Hawks.
Yeah.
Well done.
Everyone's a winner.
I watched this game with no hope,
shit.
but it
We lost.
can
Can
be
we
good.
merge now?
No, Penal, I said last week, if Melbourne won, they get to merge with Hawthorn. So you are now the Melbourne Hawks or the Hawthorn Demons, whichever you choose. Congratulations on your acquisition of becoming one club now. Well done.
I feel like it was a wedding when two become one. It's really cute. The joining of two souls. Well, one and a bit souls, because you don't really have that.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. Cyril Rioli's going to have to move aside for Jack Watts now.
And going into your game, you'll win. You talk about it.
Oh, what can you say? We pretty much took it up to the Hawks all day, and they kept coming. We kept pulling away, but
It sounds pretty
I think,
humble. Just saying. There was coming. There was
Yeah, Gorn was
Pulling
magnificent.
out.
I mean, Gorn's probably going to waltz in to be All-Australian ruckman.
Oh, he'd have to be now,
He's
yeah.
already there.
And probably the best beard seen in footy for quite a while. Proper beard, not a hipster bullshit one.
No, I like Port.
Yeah, like everyone report.
But yeah, I think also Hawthorn having Frawley out and then Stratton going down. Yeah, their defence was just all over the place
What was Gibson doing?
without those two. Oh, being unaccountable,
I bet you he looked.
playing the
Probably
He's brushing
fucking
his cunt hairs.
looking reflection of himself. I tell you what, fucking Jack Gunston picked a bad week to do his best Travis Cloak impersonation, and Luke Bruce was doing his best Invisible Man impersonation.
Turn on them.
Yeah.
You know, keep going, please.
I'm not turning on them, just say they had a bad game.
Oh, hang on. So it happens for your players, but it can't happen for Jed Anderson?
Well, there's clearly an established pattern of shit there, whereas I think players like Bruce have enough credits in the bank.
Jed Anderson played well last week. Anyway, you're a hypocrite. Continue.
Yeah. Hawthorn finally ran out of luck, Penal. And now you've merged with Melbourne. Melbourne Hawks.
I mean, Jack Watts tore your team apart.
Man, you demons.
Oh dear.
I mean, young Sam Weedman looked good.
Don't call him that. Be
Weedman.
respectful.
No, that's gonna stick now, I hope.
No, grandfather's son.
Yep, the weed. He was fantastic in his first game.
You had a bit of weed today, Jack?
You don't have to answer
I
if you
think
don't
so.
want to. Like, don't incriminate yourself.
That's yep.
We incriminate ourselves
Not
all
him.
the time.
And look where that gets us.
Hey, he gets us shunned by our leader who fucking left us.
Have you seen Starburns lately?
He left us with some cows.
Surely he's run out of cows to milk now.
He would rather taste the lactating juices of a heifer directly into his mouth than deal with us. What does that say about what we are? Fuck you, Starburns.
Yeah, milk boy.
The milkman. Oh, but he hasn't delivered fucking anything.
He'll be back though.
Oh, but I bet you're standing on milk crates to milk the cows. Fucking idiot. Everyone else sits on milk crates. Starburns has to stand on them.
I mean, still, it was probably a pretty good game to watch, and Demons haven't beaten Hawks since 2006, so...
And Melbourne lose the ball as well as I've ever seen them for a very long time. So they finally got that kind of balance of attacking game plan with being solid defensively.
Yeah,
So
They've got it right.
do you think that can be put down to Goodwin? Because, personally, I think that's his influence, whereas Bruzy taught them how to park a bus.
I think that's a fair assessment.
I think that Goodwin's come in and that's where they've learnt to attack from. So I think it'll only be onward and upward from here.
Well, yeah, if it was down to Paul Drews, then there would be no football game being played, and he'd just fucking play against Ross Lyon in a game of chess every week.
Yeah. Then take no responsibility for the moves that were made.
Hey, you don't know, Jack. Can you turn off that
Yeah.
background interfering noise you've going?
Porn.
It could be porn. It's
Just
driving
say-
me nuts.
It is.
It's either that or it's lactating cows. Whatever. Is Starburns staying at your house, Jack?
Yeah.
Did you employ him?
Yeah,
to
hang.
At least you can save on clothes. I mean, your kids' clothes will probably fit on him.
Do you have to boost him up into the Range Rover?
I have to put him in the boosters.
Yeah, he does. He's just in a booster suit in the back. I hope it's not a rear-facing one, because they're dangerous for the kids.
Oh, anything else on this game?
No, can we keep talking about Starburns, though?
Yeah, we can.
Cookie's the best.
I suppose we'll move on to talking points, and as a prepared host, I don't have any.
Well, how prepared are you? I mean, that's poor. At least Starburns, for all his dwarfism, actually has topics to talk about.
Yeah, but there's nothing to talk about, though, this week.
Well, there must
There
be
is
something.
nothing happening in the AFL world right now.
Well, yeah.
Well, there's a little bit. Michael Jamison retired today.
Oh boy.
No, he should. No, he made a mistake. He should have announced it before the St Kilda game. And he could have gotten his put on the banner and his own guard of honour.
They would have had to split up into 2 guards of honour.
People are going to latch onto this, and they're just going to announce that they're quitting right before St Kilda games.
No, you see what I think. Jemisin's clever, and he's actually latched onto this. But he's such a humble guy that he didn't want St Kilda to go out of his way for him. That he actually delayed it on purpose to avoid what you just described.
He's been a no-frills backman, so he doesn't want the glory. He'll let Andrew Walker take it.
I mean, Simon Black quit Brisbane.
Did he quit or was he pushed?
No, I think he left because that's the line they were running it, that he just walked out because couldn't see a future there. I don't know, but apparently Richmond kind of pushed a whole bunch of assistants out themselves.
Maybe that's where he'll be going.
I mean, Peter Sumich also left Fremantle.
Did he go to West Coast?
I don't know. I mean, I think he just quit. And he has said he wants the head coaching job.
What, at Fremantle or where?
Anywhere.
Or just in general?
I think in general.
So, what, he'll go to Brisbane?
Or he could go to Richmond.
He won't go to Richmond. Richmond have just re-signed Hardwick for 5 more years after this week.
Oh, and Lewis Taylor's re-signed.
Oh, there's...
Sucks to be Brisbane.
Good deal right there.
I'm looking through the news to see what there is, and there really isn't anything interesting.
Yeah, I normally get my talking points from looking at the main board and seeing what threads have been started in the past week, but it's very hard to do so because 95% of them have been started by this one fucking Perth Boy 86 clown, and the other 5% are threads mocking this guy.
That peanut started a thread on the North board last week. What is he doing?
No idea. Oh no, there's a good thread. There's
Hang on. He's not an alias, is he?
No.
Penal?
No, he's
Is it you?
He's
It is
no, he's a dimwit because he signed up through Facebook and used his Facebook profile picture as his avatar.
You know, any Olympic highlights you have?
I like the French guy, the French gymnast who showed much courage when breaking his leg on the vault.
So proper bravery.
It was real bravery, and I don't want to diminish anybody else who's had a leg injury recently and not been as brave, but I've never seen a leg point the way that it did, and I commend him for his bravery. I didn't hear him squeal once.
Yeah, but it was also good to have Australia on top of the medal tally for a brief moment before the Americans and the Chinese decided we need all the medals.
We're still third though, aren't we?
Yeah.
Based on 3 gold.
3 gold, 3 bronze.
Although, we'd be second. China are all drug cheats.
So we're a moral second.
Moral second, yeah.
Them in Russia. You don't know, Jack, what's going on in your house at the moment? I'm getting all this interfering noise.
Countryman.
It's the country, man.
It's Starburns with the cow.
It's dial-up internet.
Wagons rolling around outside.
It's just the vibe of it all.
Well, it doesn't sound very serene.
No serenity.
When it first came on, you had all these dragon bodies and shit, and now it's something else.
He's moving the barrels around.
Just moving the cow. Milking the cows.
You're moving the cows so Starburns can reach them easier.
Yeah.
Have cows on the property? No. Okay.
Do you ride kangaroos then?
I don't know. Half the Americans believe that. You know, I'm gonna say if America the country was a person, they would have a very small dick. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, no, this is fucking real because every time I meet an American, the first question they ask me is, "So do you see kangaroos just randomly out in the street, or some variant of that same question?"
Well, you can always say they're ignorant.
And the best thing about meeting a Canadian is that the first thing they ask you is, do the Americans always ask you about the kangaroos? And then they're like, oh yeah, we get the same shit about polar bears and stuff. So, you meet a Canadian and it's like, high five. You know, you get along so well because you both just hang shit on Americans.
Is that what you talk about?
Do they have those gaps like they have on South Park?
I hate you, Terrence and Philip. I really, really do.
Scott's a dick. I'm not your friend, buddy.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
I'm not your guy, friend.
Any impressive names in the Olympics so far, apart from Virginia Thrasher, which is always a classic?
Yeah, in one other article they were calling her Ginny Thrasher. and it kind of looked like Giny Thrasher. And I was like, that's not any better, guys. Giny Thrasher. Oh, that butt fucks was funny. Butt fucks. Dong dong.
I've got to
So
say,
I'll be
well,
back in a sec.
Australia's not immune. Like, what's the name of our chef de mission? Is it like Kitty Handler or something?
Kitty Litter. Kitty Chiller. What a bitch she is. Before the Olympics was on, I don't know, someone was reading the news on SCN and he called her Kitty Litter by accident. And it was fucking gold because he just kept going on with it. And then they came back from the news and they just kept replaying how he said Kitty Litter. It was almost as good as how's the nipple. How's the nipple today? Oh, funny.
It was weird to see Djokovic going out to Martin Del Potro. I mean, that was a good result.
Del Potro's a very good tennis player.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any shame.
Underrated.
He's just been injured quite a bit, which is really bad.
I think that Del Potro is really going to stake his claim to be a part of that top echelon of players very soon.
Yeah. Didn't he win like a Grand Slam in 09, I think?
Yeah, he's won one and then kind of slipped under the radar since then. And he's still only younger than the rest of the sort of guys, so he should probably win another one.
What are you talking about?
One Martin Del Potro.
I'm just kind of thinking, thank God Teach isn't here because he fucking hates tennis and he'd be like, oh, what are you guys talking about tennis for?
Nobody watches tennis.
Teach would just want to talk.
Not even the Australian Open.
Teach would just want to talk about the beach volleyball for fucking hour after hour.
Oh, did you see the cans on it? Oh, man.
Oh, I want to root that.
Oh, she was a bit of alright. I'd give her one. She wouldn't give you a second glance.
I saw him do that in a thread very recently.
What did creepy Uncle Pete?
What inappropriate gaff has he made this week? Hang on.
Oh, at least he's not on this week to go, is that you in your Skype picture? Is that really you?
Yes, I am Taylor Swift.
There you go, folks. You heard it
Hang on.
first.
Speaketh the Teach from the mouth of a madman. I saw Max Gorn and I want sex with a biatch. Is there anything wrong with that?
Yeah, there
Not
is.
the
This is why a live vlogcast will never work.
Oh, apart from the fact that no one would be on time and he'd probably fucking literally kill somebody.
And we've sent Teach to China to try and sort out the whole Mac Horton issue.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Because he's really good at that sort of shit.
He's great at... Well, he is great at diplomacy.
That's why he's a moderator.
Well, he doesn't do any moderating, so he's got plenty of time to go to China. He moderates in moderation. That's very good, NL. I might take credit for it. I got word this week from a long lost poster.
Nate?
What? No, shut up, idiot.
Royals?
You're a fuckwit. No, Short. And Short will be returning upon Seedsman winning the Norm Smith medal.
Why did he leave?
No, he's just been busy and had to focus on other things, and I think he will be back.
So what you're saying is Nate's not coming back.
No.
I don't care if he's coming or going as long as it's nowhere near me.
Isn't Nate in prison? Didn't he get
No.
thrown in there with
Teffy.
with Teffy?
I don't know if they're sharing a cell or a bunk or I don't know.
He was doing the North Melbourne Board podcast when they were doing it, but that was like months ago. Then he just disappeared.
What about Brett? Is he coming back?
Oh, don't talk about NL, right?
Does NL have pictures of Jared Wade up in his room and be like, I miss you, Brett?
No. Well, not that I've seen it, but he's probably got a scrapbook or something. He's got screenshots of browsers open of all of Brett's best posts.
Oh, all the love.
All of his favourite Brett threads.
Anyway.
They were so good. Oh, they were so good. Those were the good old days.
Anyway, moving on to this week's questions. And well, a good one is, as a free agent, how much is Ty Vickery worth on the open market by our own maximum Gornage? Does anyone?
Well, since it's Ty...
Can someone
Ty
turn
Vic-
the TV down first before we start answering? I can hear the TV.
Could be the missus. Nobody say cunt.
Great work, Cookie. You just said cunt.
Desperate Housewives can wait.
yeah. Shut the door.
Love
Yeah.
trying to do the podcast. Come on, Dale. Get me a cup of coffee while you're at it, will you?
At this hour?
That's true. Yeah, not this hour.
Hey, you can get milk straight from the source, though. Starburns would love to do that.
Yeah.
Fresh milkshakes.
And don't say campaigner.
Jack's milkshake brings all the water to the yard. Or just Starburns.
Fresh milk straight from the nipple.
Ah.
You can milk anything with nipples.
Have you ever milked a cat?
Not yet.
Missing out. Gizmo should be available.
Oh no, not that cat.
You want milk scissors, pussy?
Not that pussy.
No.
I have nipples. Can you milk me?
Better you than the cat, also.
Well, that could be a good title name.
Did we answer the question with that?
No.
Next question.
I think
Nipples is a good answer, I find.
What was the question?
How much is Thai victory worth?
Well,
Nipples.
apparently it's derogatory to say a half-eaten packet of twisties, but it's Thai Vickery we're talking about, so a half-eaten packet of twisties.
I think you've got not a fully eaten packet of twisties.
Well, he's not worth anything because he's a free agent, isn't he?
No, I think they're talking salary, right?
Yeah.
Oh, salary. Well, in that case, a chocolate milkshake.
no, they're delicious. It's not worth a stick of celery, dumb cunt.
I say he's worth half a Jose eyebrow.
Well, that's a fucking big eyebrow.
That's Chewbacca's back.
That's Starburns' left hand.
No one wants Vickery, or no one wants to pay him a salary. Period. You can stay at Richmond.
Hey Jack, do you just get Starburns to walk around on his hands to sweep the floor up? Just get the hose out.
yeah, wheelbarrow in.
Get him to roll around on the floor. I'm now imagining that hairy guy in the Guinness World Record books.
It'd be like using a scourer on your floor. Like, it'd be so coarse. You had that thing shining up like a new head. Oh, sorry.
Like a floor buffer.
You could have polished concrete in no time. Your cows will be able to see their own udders in the floor. They'll be looking at their own nipples in no time.
Anyway, we'll move on to the this week on the bay, and last week's poll is what should Paddles sing next?
You should sing na 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 na. Goodbye.
Well, 10% said Australian national anthem, which was Dan. 30% said a Danger Zone duet with Teach.
Duet.
And 60% say Jack Watts thinks Paddle should sing a song along with a Sue's Fart Symphony, whatever.
Are you dyslexic, Cookie?
I can't read my own spelling, put it that way.
So that means yes.
Yeah, probably.
That's alright. We've all got problems. At least you're not milking a cow with your mouth.
And well, Slippers, we'll start with Thread of the Week.
Oh, easy. Main board thread. 10 best looking players in the comp. Yep, I loved it. A lot of great pictures in there. Go check it out. Can't believe it took till page 3 for someone, aka me, to suggest Sean Makers, but there you go.
I'm going to go for Good Flogstradamus thread, which was the Jack Watts will Monster the Hawks. We love a good Flogstradamus.
I liked the Adelaide v Brian's thread that started after the game because no one cared enough. No one gave a single fuck that the game was on.
I mean, the Olympics thread has also been very good.
Oh, the Olympics, I think that, yeah, no. I changed my nomination to the Olympics thread. Very funny. It's funny how quickly people got sick of volleyball.
I could bet you Man with No Name's still very excited.
I'm happy to just nominate the thread title itself, Bay 13 Olympics Penis.
I just already had some good highlights in there.
And yeah, I love the backfire, and I'm going with the Melbourne Sheeman's live chat thread from Packed Lunch.
I love it. I love a backfire that happens to Packed Lunch. They're my favourite.
You know, we can give them all Thread of the Week.
Because we don't have rules.
We have a loosely defined set of guidelines.
Yeah, it's great that we don't have unanimous winners anymore. We just have everyone's a winner.
I would say I did like Attention Haven's census is coming, but since we cannot...
No, sorry, we can't, because we can't give Reacharounds.
Yeah, your rules, Starburns. That's one that we do follow.
Sorry, pal. We were really gonna... Shut up, NL, for fuck's sake. We were really gonna give you the nomination, but we can't give Reacharounds. Bad luck, and no one's putting Cult of Robbo on the census.
Robbo's a fat, stinking cunt of a drunk. He should not have a cult.
He shouldn't have a gunt either, but he does.
We'll move on to Flog of the Week. Any nomination is accepted.
I'm happy to just vote Smasher every single week until the grand final.
You can do that.
I am going to do that.
I'm going man with no name because he probably saw Suicide Squad like 20 trillion
him
times.
too. Retard.
They're Flog of the Weeks.
Every
In
week by default.
they're perpetual Flog of the Weeks.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to vote for those two every single week.
I've got a nomination, and it is for Bont to Boyd. Dumb fucking idiot. Who
What do you
had a
think?
go at me about a post I made like 3 weeks ago about the Bulldogs and their shit first round picks for first 10 years of the decade. Of the millennium. The 2000s. And then he's like, oh, sorry, which of your picks from the 2000s were part of a flag for Collingwood? Richard Cole, Billy Morris and Chris Egan, back in your box. Well, cocksucker, as I so kindly advised you, players such as Pendlebury, Thomas, Reid, Didak and Sidebottom all played in the premiership, which none of your players in the past 60 years have been able to do. So go and suck a dick.
Sounds a little too shit fighty for me. I'm bored.
I'm all for it.
Thank you, Dan. Go and fuck yourself, Penal.
You know, that guy who makes all the main board threads, he should deserve a whack as well.
Perth
Anytime,
Boy 86, yes. deserves
anytime
some
Morgan, who irates Western Bulldog supporters, I'm all for.
Oh, they got real mad, and I liked it.
You should tag him in the thread.
I will. I'm going to tag him, because he's the...
They almost got as mad as you did when I dared to criticise a fucking North player.
Which North player was that? What, you talking about Anderson or Swallow the captain? Which...
Probably Swallow.
Swallow the captain. Swallow the captain is a good captain.
Penal's just jealous because he swallows more.
You know, can we nominate a player for Flog of the Week?
Yes.
Patrick Dangerfield?
Sure, winner.
Yeah, outright winner. None of this sharing bullshit. Just
Unanimous.
Why is Patrick Dangerfield being nominated?
Haven't you seen the ad?
He can surf, so what? I can't surf.
Oh, because you can't surf, you can't criticise. Oh.
No, I'm all for him doing the ad in the suit. I think it's a good ad.
Who does he think he is, Jade?
Obviously, it wasn't a $900 suit.
So
On
if
his
that,
fucking money, it was probably a fucking $90,000 suit.
Penal, if that was Cyril Rioli doing that, you would say that is the greatest act of all time.
Of course I would, but you would be like, fucking Cyril, what's he doing that for? I nominate Cyril for Flog of the Week.
Yeah, but I've got nothing against Cyril. I wouldn't say that at all. You guys are reaching. I stop hating on the Dangerfield. He's going to win the Brownlow this year.
Oh, Rory is. Haven't you seen the Brownlow predictor? Rory's got this in the bag.
What is this a Roby thing, is it? Is he doing the Brownlow now?
No, the one on the AFL site.
That's pretty accurate.
It's currently predicting a three-way tie between...
It's predicting a threesome.
Yeah, it's predicting a threesome, but I reckon because the Crows have the easy draw, Rory might poll well.
We need Rory to win.
Do any of you guys think that the Brownlow is rigged in any way?
Yes, it's rigged. Everything in the AFL is pretty much rigged.
What's about 9/11?
No, there's some people who think that the year that Pritis won it, who was the guy that was...
Five. He got suspended.
And the AFL, the theory is the AFL didn't want another player who was suspended leading the Brownlow at the end of the
Yeah,
count.
like Chris Grant.
So instead of having Pritis share points and being the shared winner, they gave him votes in like the last game, in which he probably
Yeah,
didn't
that
get votes.
does sound plausible just because of that last game thing. I remember there was a bit of discussion around that last game where he got 3 and shouldn't have really gotten anything.
I think something similar is going to happen this year if Dustin Martin polls really, really well, and I think he will because he's had a really, really good year. I don't think they'll want someone like him as their poster boy.
Well, and there's not a lot of teammates who would take votes off them, except for maybe Rance. With Geelong, you get Selwood, Matt.
And Reward a few times.
Can get votes anyways.
I just want to see his dad live from New Zealand.
Well, can you imagine the speech? I mean, the AFL wouldn't want it. It'd be like, thanks, how's it going? Immigration department, fuck you for not letting my dad in the country, and all that shit.
Just let him get
the handcuff salute again.
Yeah, this is shut A. My dad's beach stairs over in NZ. A, fucking shut. Send my dad in some chuck.
Do we need to get Plugger as like a New Zealand to English translator?
Oh, and then all those Richmond flogs would be singing their Dustin Martin song.
What if we get...
Oh, Dustin Martin.
What if we get KFC Boy to write the speech for him?
Oh, God. He can't write.
Can't, right? He just throws bits of chicken at people.
Imagine
Brilliant.
Dustin Martin got up there and just started throwing chicken at people.
I'd like to see him up there in like a superhero outfit, like when Swan nearly won.
For all the things we've just mentioned, this is why they won't want him as the winner. Brownlow medal is the most prestigious individual award in the game, and they won't want him representing it. So someone will just pip him at the post.
Now let's have Rory Sloan win it along with Dustin Martin, and they can both piff chicken at Dangerfield.
Rory wouldn't do that. He's a good
Rory's
man.
too classy for that, so...
Do we have both? It's evening out.
No, you can't shit on Rory's parade by making him stand next to that dim-witted flog.
Well, then Rory wins then. Rory wins.
I think we need the Bay to get its collective checkbook out. We need to try and get a bribe going. 1 to the AFL to let Dusty win, and 2 to Dusty to fucking throw chicken at everyone.
Well, like, can't we just get Jades to pay for it? Because he's the rich one. Jades has got all the money.
Or he can buy all the $6,000 suits.
No, he had all the money. Unfortunately, it's all gone spent on beds and suits.
He obviously hasn't paid his internet bill, because where the fuck has he been?
A mystery.
$6,000 race car bed. That's like half the annual Centrelink income.
Anyway, we'll move on to next week's games, and to start with Friday night, we have Brave Dogs versus Collingwood at Etihad Stadium. I think Collingwood could sneak this away. I mean, the Dogs' scoring power is not that good.
No, it's not. Collingwood, if you can kick 50 points, you're a good chance of winning this game.
Yeah, but we have to play at Etihad.
What's wrong with Etihad?
We hate it.
When you say, you mean you or the team?
My team of Collingwood's like it.
What's wrong with Etihad?
Oh, I don't know. They play like a fucking hatful of arseholes there. They're shit out. It's just terrible.
It doesn't matter where it is. You just need to kick 50 plus points and you'll win.
No, I don't think that's the case, Dan. But okay.
Have you seen Collingwood's defence? They let Richmond kick fucking nearly 100 points.
It doesn't matter who they got in their defence. They can't kick goals.
My issue is I've seen our attack, and I don't think we can either. Holy.
So nil or draw.
The Dogs will score because Collingwood's defence is poop.
Could this
Dogs by 12 goals.
Could this game mirror the Port Adelaide versus the Bye, in which the Bye managed to get a rush behind and pinch the win?
Yeah, I think that might be the case. I think that Mitch Wallace might, I don't know, throw the ball.
Is that just on that? Is that the funniest edited video we've had on Big Footy? The Port Adelaide versus the Bye?
Probably.
It has to be up there. It was so good. Does anyone know who edited that video?
Nope.
It wasn't Ugak, was it?
No.
I'm sure he gets the credit for it.
Alright, anyways.
If Ugak made it, you wouldn't need to ask.
That's true.
It'd be sticky forever.
Yeah, you'd feel sticky just knowing about it.
Yeah, I'm going to tip Collingwood.
Jack?
Oh my, with 0% confidence.
Jack?
Tipping the Dogs at Etihad. If it was at the G, I'd go Collingwood.
I know it's trendy to hate the Dogs, and yes, Tom Boyd is still a shit truck, but Dogs are going to win very easily.
Nobody.
I feel like a hipster. I hate that it's trendy to hate the Dogs now. Like, I was doing it first. Go and get some other hate flogs. Don't join in mine.
And speaking of games that really don't matter, Brisbane facing Carlton and Carlton.
For the Brendan Fafala beamer.
Yeah, he could toss the coin at the start of the game. Carlton.
Except you'd have to borrow it from someone else.
That's not bad. Oh, can I keep this? Thanks, I'm just going to
Alex, look what I got.
take me back.
Look it up, Dal. I bet I can double it.
Now, tips, everyone?
Carlton. But
Carlton.
I could see him fucking it up.
Yeah,
Is it up there, or?
you'd have to F it up really bad to lose too.
Yeah, it's up there.
No.
I hate both of these teams. I don't.
I'm going to tip Brisbane for an upset. I just got a feeling.
What does Paddles call Carlton? Like, which one are they?
Scum.
Scum.
No, we're the scum.
Collingwood are the scum.
I think it's the filth.
Phil.
Collingwood are the filth. Oh, fucking
He's got
fucking
it
hell,
messed
Paddles.
up. Yeah, I know. We try to remind him, but he's stubborn.
He can't be told when he's wrong, and he can't be told when he's a liar. He just
Can't be told when to sing.
Yeah, and if he gets told no, apparently no means just have a wank in the corner over there.
can I just have a wank on your tip? No, I will not.
Bicycle,
Can I win?
bicycle, I want to ride my bicycle.
Anyway, moving on to the next game, we have Hawthorn versus North at the MCG in
Not even going to tip this game.
Hawthorn.
No, not on North Melbourne's last two performances.
Oh, the Jed Anderson Cup.
Jed Anderson Cup.
Yeah, well, it's the Jed Anderson, Nathan Thompson, Jonathan Hay Cup.
Oh,
And I
no,
reckon the first one's going to end up as well as the other two for North.
You actually really did F us with the Jonathan Hay. You sold us a lemon. You knew he was effed up in the head, and you sold us an All-Australian. Oh, but he's an All-Australian defender, and we had to give up like a first-round pick for him. Shame on you.
Dan, do you suffer from depression? Because if not, then you're not qualified to comment.
I'll give you that one.
This should be the Josh Gibson Memorial Mirror. Oh, he wasn't a flog with you. He was born a flog.
Who was the other one in that trade? David Hale. So maybe Josh Gibson's mirror was David Hale's head.
Plausible.
Yeah, I'm not tipping this game.
David Hale here, please. I'm gonna tip North.
And I'm going to this game as well, so that's going to be fun.
Oh, we'll see you there.
I would have tipped North if we'd won last week, because I thought we were due, but we obviously were premature losers. So we'll get back on the winners list this week.
Happened to you often?
No, the reverse actually.
Oh, that's good to know.
Takes forever with me.
Are you going to the game panel?
I'm not. No.
You Starburns? Next. Okay.
Next game, we have Western Sydney versus West Coast at Spotless, and this is going to be roadkill, so Western Sydney to win.
Yeah, Western Sydney.
Giants.
Yeah, Giants.
Yeah, I think that is a very good point. That is my favourite point of yours. There are too many teams with the word West in it. We should merge them all together. The Western cunts. The Western big dogs.
The Western many.
West Coast big dogs.
The West Coast big dogs. Yeah. GWS. Sorry.
Although that's a fucking spelling mistake nightmare, because it's only one letter away from West Coast big dongs.
They'd only be big on one side of the country, and then they'd look small on the other. They'd be real flaccid.
We'll move on to the next game, St Kilda versus Sydney at Etihad Stadium.
What? Cookie, what day of the week is it?
Today it's Monday.
No, the game, you fuckstick.
Saturday.
What time of the day is it?
Night.
St Kilda.
They can't lose.
Oh, shut up, you wanker.
It's our like fourth loss on a Saturday night in a decade.
Yeah, they're never going to lose that game.
Lightning doesn't strike twice, NL.
Yeah, I've got to go St Kilda, I don't know why. But
how bad do you want to play finals? If you win this game, you're a good chance of just pinching that 8th spot.
I don't think we'll play finals because our percentage is like worth a game.
Well, it almost comes down to this game because of that percentage. If you lose, you're pretty much cooked. But win and game on. So
how much you want.
That should be motivation enough. I agree. They'll probably want it enough and get the win.
Yeah, I'm going to tip St Kilda.
Jack?
Yeah, I think the Saints. I think the Saints will win their last 3. The North will lose their last 3, and the Saints will sneak into the 8.
That wouldn't be the first time the Saints were sneaked in. Sneaked in.
Oh, yeah. Hello, Jason Graham.
And next game we have Port Adelaide versus Melbourne at the Adelaide Oval. And I'm feeling Melbourne.
Oh, Melbourne.
Melbourne's midfield will be too
Mighty
hard
D's.
and tough.
What happens to underdogs that have this triumph win? What happens the following week?
Port Adelaide by an absolute fuck up. This is so easy to tip.
I think Port Adelaide, guys.
Adelaide, Port Adelaide.
Yeah, that does seem to be like a really consistent pattern.
You know how like Melbourne never won 2 in a row for like 57 years? Well, they've won 2 in a row now. They ain't gonna win 3. So, Port. And it also fits in the timeline of Port being good and shit and good and shit and shit and shit, and they'll be back this week. They'll be back.
Convinced Port. Yep.
They'll be back. Marto will be wanking on his couch. Everyone's winning. Except for Marto's couch.
Yeah, the Melbourne Hawks to lose this one.
And, well, the next game's really not worth tipping, but it's Essendon versus Gold Coast.
No one gives a fuck.
Just go on to the next game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next game. We have Richmond versus Geelong at the MCG.
No one gives a fuck. No. Geelong.
Cats.
Yeah, Cats.
Geelong. Begrudgingly.
And
Geelong.
the last but certainly not least game, we have Fremantle versus Adelaide, and Adelaide are going to
This definitely is the
steamroll.
least.
You could say least for this game.
Adelaide.
Certainly Fremantle score-wise will probably be the least.
Yeah. Fremantle are going to get lost. And I think that Josh the Goose might actually outscore Fremantle by himself.
Oh, I think Eddie will.
Who cares? The X's are going to win anyway.
They both will.
Yeah.
Why not? Fuck it. It's Freo.
Maybe we can have every goal scorer score more than 1 goal, just so Dan doesn't get upset again.
I can't remember the last time leaving a game and only noticing that there was only 1 goal as the highest goal scorer. I couldn't believe it.
I can't remember leaving a game and thinking about that ever. But, oh, it is an interesting fact, though, Dan. Very. Yeah, no, Fremantle are going to get shat on from a great height.
If you're a Freo supporter, don't bother going to this game. Just stay home. Milk a
That was
cow.
months ago.
Milk a cow, shave your eyebrows.
Do some taxes.
Find an old lady on a bicycle.
I mean, you already disrespected Pavlich enough,
I mean,
so...
and if she lets you milk her nipples, all hooray.
There are only 3 certainties in life. Death, taxes, and having to shave your eyebrows.
Taxes and nipples. Where's the fucking lighter?
Yeah, that's the nipple.
No, where's the lighter?
Stop smoking. You should quit.
Shut
Bad
your
for your
face.
health.
Shut up.
And
No one likes to kiss a lady with tobacco breath.
well, this has been the Flogcast for round 21. Hosting is Cookie. Joining us